and starting. There you go. Now I came on back over. Yes, sir. I caught it down there at the bottom down there, Yep. So I started already. Mhm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it looks like you live, bro.
Okay. Okay. Good. 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 Okay. Yep. All right then. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's Kqkc boxing channel, and get the host with the most. Yes, sir. And this is OG, and I got a guest with me, Junior, the truth, great mentor. And I appreciate everything he did for me up to this point. It's never too early to say thank you, and I appreciate everything he did. I'm just a couple hundred away, and I appreciate everything. So, what's going on with you, Junior?
Man, my fault. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, it's all good, man. Ain't nothing to it, man. I'm good, man. Blessed to be here. Thank you for having me on. Really,
Mhm.
truly appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to, what I mean, this stream. I'm looking forward to the fight, weigh-ins, everything, man. I'm just ready, bro. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
I see. I see. I know. I see. I picked a bad time. It seemed like
That's all
but
right.
yeah, but that's okay though. I won't hold you long, man, and everything's straight. But one thing, I'm glad I learned something new today, though. And cause normally I would go through another stream, and normally I would do with the black, with your home camera, on there and fill it out. But I'm glad I did it this way. So, but it still said waiting for Kqkc, May 7th, 12:30. But I'm already live, so I don't know why they say waiting on me.
Mhm.
It said two waiting now. So,
But it's
uh,
already it's all you already live. We in here interacting and everything. So you already live. I don't know why it said that says watching, OG. That should say watching now. You ain't got your glasses on.
no, it said waiting for Kqkc, May the
Oh,
17th. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. It said two waiting. Yeah. So I don't know what two is waiting, but that's good. It's all good though, man. I'm looking right now, and I see you. What you got all?
Bomb squad shit, man.
I,
Bomb squad.
I see. Bob Squad. Hey, so let's talk about the fight, man, real fast. So what do you expect, man?
I expect I think I got Wilder winning the fight, of course.
Uh
Um
huh.
I think he's gonna get Brazil out of there maybe in the fourth, fifth round at the latest.
Uh huh.
I think it'll be a knockout. You know what I'm saying? I think that the fact that Brazil is not scared and the fact that Brazil is coming in to try to have a good showing makes for it's the recipe for a great knockout, in my opinion. It's a recipe to for us to have an epic knockout, man. So I'm looking forward to that. I got water in four.
In four?
All
Oh,
four.
oh, okay. Well, okay, that sounds good then. I got Wilder winning, of course, and you know what? I'm gonna switch back because I'm looking at my sheet and I don't see the chat on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back uh, to the other one. Okay, on the Google Hangout. Okay, there we go. All right, and I just watch it on the screen there, the chat. So okay, yeah, it's people in here now. Okay, okay, let me turn it down. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened, Junior. There's people in here now. So, but Ivy Webb, what's going on? How you doing, sister? All right, we got Join the Truth in here, and hey, Join D Walker say salute to you, man.
Yeah, I seen him. I responded in the chat. Salute D Walker. Salute
Oh,
Ivy Webb
okay.
too.
Oh, okay. You saw it in on the chat, man.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. Well, you know what? I do got my man uh, uh Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder he gonna have to stay on his game this time. Don't divert from his game plan. We know how he's trying to just knock out Fury head last time. We remember that. We remember how Jamel Charlo, how he tried to divert from the game plan. We seen that. Now, if he does what Mark Brillen tells him to do, and stick to what he does. He gains the weight, you know, it's pure muscle, and it's more personal this time than more business like. And I know he gonna be anxious, and I would too because it's something about uh, this guy Dominic Brazil that makes you just cringe, you know. And now, just hear me out for 1 second, Junior. Okay, Dominic Brazil, he seems like the type of guy that didn't grow up around the hipper dudes. You know, it seems like he had how can I say it? It seemed like he had a easy childhood. He was spoiled, and he had everything his way. And he's not cut from the cloth that you, me, or Deontay Wilder was cut from. I just see that. I might be wrong, but I just see that, and the things he say, the way he act. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just something about it. It's just something about him that I just can't. You know. So, what you think about it?
I think dude is he's an acquired taste, man. Honestly speaking, I don't particularly care for Dominic Brazil.
Uh,
Never really have. He's just kind of the typical dude that he's embraced the role of being different. He tries to separate himself from us or the culture. You know what I'm saying? Per se,
right,
in my opinion,
right,
just all of those things. That he tries to do to appeal to mainstream or the mainstream America or mainstream boxing fans or whatever the case may be. All the while speaking to us in a condescending fashion. You know what I'm saying? So I
right.
definitely don't. I definitely don't. I'm not feeling Dominic Brazil. You know what I'm saying, about any stretch of the imagination.
Uh,
I will honestly say that him being a former football player, I'm always I usually cheer for dudes who are like former football players who make the transition into boxing and so on and so forth. Man, I usually do, man. But in this situation, I can honestly say he's not one of those dudes, man, that I look to cheer for or looked to cheer for when he made that transition into boxing. I don't fuck with Dominic Brazil, man. Fuck him.
yeah, 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 yeah. I hear you. And salute to Derek McGee in the PayPal, man. I appreciate that, man. All right. Yeah, but yeah, I hear you, man, because I understand. I get it. Everybody talking about, I want a body on my back. We all knew what he meant. Okay, let's get that straight. We all knew what Deontay Wilder meant. So let's don't play crazy like we don't know what he meant. We knew what he meant. All right, and he knew what he meant. But like he said, he don't have to apologize to nobody. You know, he said what he said. And that's all to be. Ain't nothing else to be said. You know, and but they do, they risk their lives and that anything can happen. But you not, like he said, you just not gonna walk in there after what you did to his family. Now this motherfucker try to take his freedom, take money out his mouth, try to take money out his family mouth, food out his family mouth, then trying to insult his intelligence, his schooling, his where he grew up from. You know, we all is not privileged. Some people are privileged more than others, but believe it or not, you still the same. You know, no matter how he want to look at it, no matter how he think the young lady he has on his arm is a trophy, because that's how most NBA players look at it. I always got to have this type of woman, you know, or a Caucasian woman, you know, not because, you can't control who you fall in love with, but they purposely look for that type. I had a cousin the same way. He figured that if he's in this type of field, then he had to have this type of woman. If you're a professional, you're supposed to have a professional or woman. But I don't look at it that way. I really don't. You know, oh, sorry about that. And it pisses me off. You know, It really does. It pisses me off, you know, and and I don't know what else to say about that, but I can tell you one thing: it's gonna be a motherfucker fight come Saturday, baby. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I don't want him to take his time. I want him. I mean, I want him to take his time, but I want him to get into it. Into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Yeah.
I think, man, just to touch on that point, man, the thing about Brazil and the thing about that situation that happened is and it's just like kind of how you said, being cut from a certain cloth, man. I've
Uh,
I've 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 traveled all over the world, man. I traveled all over the world and I don't have problems. I still travel. To this day I travel. I don't have problems because when I go and I'm somewhere else and I'm not at home, you know what I mean? I'm in another city or another state or whatever, man. I carry myself with respect, man. You understand what I'm saying? I carry myself with respect. I'm not
yes,
looking for
sir.
no smoke. I don't go to people's neighborhoods and talk crazy. And then one of the things I do when I visit places, I go to the hood. I go to where the real folks at. You feel me? I want to go to the real folks and I want to go see about my people. You feel
Right.
me? I don't go there talking crazy. I don't go there acting all nuts. I don't go there looking for no smoke, looking for no drama. And the thing about this stuff is even when I go to cities and I might follow an Ohio fighter to go to it. Like I'm gonna go to I might pop up in Houston for the Charlo for the I mean not Houston, I'm sorry, the Dallas for the Sean Porter fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know, I'm good based on, I mean, my based on my connections, with certain people in Dallas. That's cool, but I'm still not gonna go there and be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Why would I
Right.
go there,
Right.
cheer for my fighter, do what I do, and when it's all said and done, it's gonna be all love afterwards. We're gonna go hang out, we're gonna go look at some titties. We're gonna go have some drinks, we're gonna go have some fun. You feel me? It ain't nothing about acting all crazy, talking stupid to people, being disrespectful to folks, and none of that. Dominic Brazil went to that. It was in Alabama, talking 14 karat crazy to folks, popping off shit, and got into it. You know what I'm saying with other folks. I mean, just common sense, bro. When you go to a boxing event, it's already ridiculous levels of testosterone. People already who ain't even fighting. Everybody already crunked up and ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? And ready to do whatever. Especially in the U.S., that's just how we get down. And so you have fights breaking out in the crowd and all that kind of stuff. People be on the edge. Now, you know what I'm saying? You didn't went in here and talked all crazy about these people's champ, and you think ain't nobody gonna respond to you? Especially when it gets to the point where you talking to his family, people in his camp, people in his. Of course, you're gonna have an adverse reaction. You in this man's city. You in this man's city. That's
Yeah.
his
Right.
soil.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, bro, it's gonna be some adverse shit that's gonna happen. Like, period. And I never done that. I never went around and ran around and got into it with people where I go. I never do that. You know what I'm saying? All the
Right.
stuff, most of the shit I ever got into was at home. I know how to maneuver at home. You feel me? And a few times I did get into some shit when I was out and about traveling. I was never by myself. I was usually with somebody from there, and things just went sideways for whatever reason. But man, so man, Dominic Brazil was out of order, period. And I don't know what you expect to happen.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Then on top of that, I I understand why people don't like them. Then when you try to get someone arrested, take their freedom, then you try to sue them. I mean, that's just out the pocket. Then you try to say, you got a download chick, and you know what he did at the press conference yesterday, the things he was saying. You just don't see that. You just don't say that to other men. You just don't. You mind your business. You shut the fuck up. And what he does is his business. You don't have to do what he does. You can stay in your own lane. That's all. Deontay Wilder, he's not a bad guy. He was raised from a very religious family, actually. His father was very religious, if you want to look at it that way, you know. But sometimes, when you in the sport, things happen, and sometimes you run your mouth, and now he's used to being this, like you say, this quarterback, that people probably thought, oh, hey, you know. But like Blood said yesterday on his live stream, dark skinned brothers, light skinned brother was out years ago, and S curls and all that. That's gone now. Now I don't know if that's an S curl or what. I never been up close to him, but he was dressing like he about to go out to church or to a business meeting. Deontay Wilder was chilled and everything, but it's more than his dress, man. You know, it's more than his dress. It's his attitude. It's the way he look at the world. You know, and he don't look at the world like we look at the world. You know, he looked down on us, and he don't even know about his own people. And that's what I'm saying. I can't fuck with him like that. You know, and I mean, sure, I get what you're trying to do. You know, you want to sell the fight a little bit, this and that. Yeah, he lost one fight. Now let's be honest now. Deontay Wilder got. I'm sorry about that. Deontay Wilder has to be careful. He has to be careful. Let me turn this off. Where's it at? Yeah, hold on. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he had to be careful, Deontay Wilder, because Dominic Brazil, he only had one loss on his record, one loss. Now, who he fought, I don't know. I don't know who he fought or what type of opposition he fought because I never kept up with his ass, you know. But I can tell you this: that his ass is going for her. You know why? He's tailor made for Deontay Wilder. Now, why I say that is because he doesn't move his head. He doesn't move his head at all. That's easy to set up with a jab and a 1-2, and boom, you're gone. You know, that's how I look at it. You know, so but you know, hey, what's going on, Ivy Webb? Somebody said Brazil looks like an elf. Sergio Gomez, what's going on? You seen the new Fury pictures of him losing weight? He looks skinny like a nerd. Well, yeah, you know, but that's another topic. What you think about Fury, Junior?
Man, fuck dude, man. Fuck
For
dude.
real?
Fuck dude, man. Man, I got my whole problem with dude, man, is the fact that you had this fight. It was you fought to a draw. It was a rematch being made. Had the contract for the rematch. You're gonna walk away from that. You feel me to avoid the fight, and then you avoid the fight. But then you go over there, you sign with Aaron on ESPN or whatever the case may be. You do that, that's cool. But then you gonna talk shit like I had no bruh. That's like the bitch shit 1-on-1, man. We grew up with little dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Little
Right.
dudes talking shit out the house, out the window at the house. Like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? It's man, I got no respect for Tyson Fury. All the respect that I have for him is out the window. I had respect for him for that first fight. You know what I'm saying? Now, man, not so much, man. I can't fool with dude, man. He's a joke. He's not a champion. He's a gypsy. He's the gypsy. He's a gypsy ducker. He's a gypsy duck. Man, I have no use for Tyson Fury, man. You know what I'm saying? I have no use for Tyson Fury. I don't. I put him. He's just as bad as Anthony Joshua at this point, in my opinion. You feel me? I mean, it's just the same. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. This boy Wilder got me geek, man. He came in at 223 and a quarter pounds. You feel me? He about to do something dastardly to this boy, man. And then I was looking at the stare off, and Deontay Wilder sitting there cool as the other side of the pillow, and Dominic Brazil was panting, like he was panting, like he's anxious. He's very very scared.
Yeah, right. Because he don't know what's going to happen.
He's scared.
You know? Yeah. He knows he's doing all the talking, trying to psych himself up. And that's your team job, not your job. But I get it. You know, you finna face Deontay Wilder. Now, I believe he hits harder than Anthony Joshua.
Brazil, you think?
No, Deontay Wilder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he hits harder, and so he think that Deontay Wilder, well, at least what he said yesterday, he haven't fought nobody but one or two people, you know. But he said that he gonna smile when Deontay Wilder feel his power. Yeah, no, he's not gonna smile. What's gonna happen is he's gonna laugh. That's what's gonna happen. We know how Brain Burn was a thorn in Deontay Wilder's ass. I mean, he just went step aside and let him negotiate, do nothing. And you know what? Deontay Wilder said, you know what? Fuck that. You know what? Okay, let's fight. You know, and we know how that went. Okay. Now, Deontay Wilder is not playing with this young man tomorrow. You know, I know it. You know, anytime you can carry your power from round one to round 12 and sit there and knock out somebody, you know, then you're doing a damn good job. Trust me. Shit. For real.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Man, I can't wait, man. Like I was already geek. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Anytime we got Bomb Squad, man, it's an event for me. Obviously, you feel me? And
right,
don't get it fucked up. This shit you see me out. I have on. My whole family gonna be dressed like this. You feel me?
right,
Except for my
right.
son, he ain't gonna have a mask on because we don't want no glitter in his eyes. But my wife, she gonna have
Uh,
on her Bomb Squad gear. My young daughter, she gonna have on her Bomb Squad gear. My oldest daughter's in another state, so she not shit. She might have on her Bomb Squad gear in her crib. Like, bro, it's an event for us. You understand what I'm
right,
saying? Because
right.
we
Yeah.
have not had, like, you got to understand, man, we haven't had somebody who represents us like that, somebody who uses his platform to stand with us. Even the simple fact of Deontay Wilder saying, shooting, I don't talk to nobody. I mean, I talked to the LDBC. I talked to them. He shouted us out yesterday. Shit like that, man. You
Oh,
feel me?
okay.
And all these other
Right,
ass boxers, you understand what I'm saying? Who should
right,
be trying to get down with the play, who should be trying to rock with the LDBC. They act like we don't even exist, bruh. They break their necks and bust their ass to go talk to ESPN, go talk to boxing scene and all these other motherfuckers who just looking for an opportunity to write some bullshit about them
right,
to find favor with the masses. They act like we don't even exist, but Deontay Wilder stand with us. You feel me? Like man, he real. Like man, I would never. And I fuck with Ohio fighters tough. I fuck with a whole bunch of folks tough. Man, you don't see me running around with. I got some TMT. I got some TMT shirts. I was saying earlier, I got some TMT shirts, and I'll fuck around and start my barbecue with them shits this weekend. You feel me?
right,
I'll fuck around and
right.
use them to ignite my coals out this bitch.
Uh,
Man, I don't fuck with these people, man. I do have
right.
a bunny. I do have a bunny shirt. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? But that's it. Like I'm not messing with these dudes. They don't represent me. They don't speak for me. They don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? All of them running around here, maneuvering around, trying to chase a bag and do this and do that. They not fighting for legacy. They don't do nothing. And like I said, they don't side with us. The only people who openly rock with us is Deontay Wilder. You understand what I'm saying? Errol Spence. Like that's it. Nobody else, motherfuckers don't. They try to act like we don't even exist. And I'm talking about black boxers. You
right,
understand what I'm saying? So
right,
I ain't got
right,
no use for them. But this is
right.
an event. I'm excited for the Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Brazil fight. And truth be told, Deontay Wilder could be fighting Paulie Malignaggi. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be excited. I'm still gonna be geek. I'm still gonna be looking for Deontay Wilder to stretch somebody out, man. We ready. We ready.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. Yes, sir. What's up, Dark Truth? Dion, what's going on? Yeah, yeah. I already too because Deontay Wilder just be his ninth defense of the belt, and no one had ever did that since I think Shannon Briggs, if I'm
Yep.
not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was the last one, and I appreciate that. You know, and he appreciated, and he appreciate all his fans. You know, and that's one thing about Deontay Wilder. He is a people's champ. You know, and I'm not just saying that, you know, because he's an American champ for one, but you know, we're not like the UK. We're not going to make up lies. Hell, I'm not. You know me. I'm not. But I'm going to tell it like it is. The man who was having problems, you know, he did not choose boxing. Boxing chose him. And he made the best out of what he had to work with. Now, Mark Briller did polish up and tweet the things that he needed tweeting. We all remember Deontay Wilder has a right hand. There's no doubt about that. But now he has a left hand. There's no doubt about that. We saw that in the Fury fight. He hit him with a right, yes, but he hit him with a left for good measure. And I really believe when he hit that canvas, that woke his ass up. He was out before he hit the canvas. And when he hit it, woke his ass up. You know what? His mom and daddy said, no more of that shit. You ain't fighting that black guy no more. Oh, hell no. No, sir. Uh-uh. No, sir. Well, he gave him a concussion. No, no, no. How you gonna have two tune-ups for a rematch? You tell me that. That's some bullshit. You know, I knew what it was. What it is that, like I always say, the first fight was silver and the second was gonna be damn near gold. And everybody wanted a piece of the pot. Everybody, especially you know who, Bob Aaron. He been doing it for years. He been breaking up fights, bribing people for fights. He's not going to change. And who caught in the crossfire? Terrence Crawford. Now I like Terrence Crawford, but he's a grown ass man. He made his decision. He made his extension signature on that piece of paper. He knew what he was getting himself into. He knew what kind of promoter Bob Aaron was. So sometimes you got to live with the decisions you make. But with Deontay Wilder, he knows his worth. That's why you got an advisor for. That's why you have to talk to somebody. You know your worth. Mikey Garcia been doing way better since he left Top Rank. He been writing basically his own ticket. Now he finna do another pay-per-view, possibly, if it works out. But that doesn't necessarily mean that's good. But the thing is, he doesn't have a boss. Just like Floyd trying to tell Manny Pacquiao and everybody that will listen. Look, I don't have a boss. He does. That's why Manny Pacquiao wouldn't take that 40 million. That we said, no, 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 no. He said, hey, look, I know how much you made. This is triple what you made. But he still couldn't take it. Why? Because he has a boss. If he would have took it, he would have been in some kind of violation of the contract. That's real talk. Shit. For real. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say this. Man. With regard to Tyson Fury, man, I'm just gonna tell it what it is, man. Tyson Fury's looking for a way out that fight. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for a way out of the rematch. I know that's why he comes in and talks about he wants 2 tune-ups. You know what I'm saying? Because he's looking for a way out of that fight. You know what I'm saying? If by then maybe Wilder might have lost to AJ or might have dropped his belts or something might have happened. You know what I'm saying? He's looking for a way out of that fight, man. Tyson Fury does not want to get back in there with Deontay Wilder. Who in the world needs a tune-up fight for a fight that he claims to have won? He said he won the fight. He's running around here acting as if or talking like he actually won. Who I've never seen. That's like the first time in history I've seen someone need a tune-up for a fight that they won. You feel me? For a fight that quote unquote won. Who needs a tune? Who the fuck tunes up for a motherfucking fight that they say or that they won? I won the fight. Everybody knows I won the fight and so on and so forth. So why do you need a tune-up? You understand what I'm saying? You don't need a tune-up. You're trying to find. You're trying to buy time. Tune-up is the synopsis. Him saying he needs a tune-up is the synopsis for him saying, "Hey, I need some more time." You know what I'm saying? Like I need some more time for something else to happen. I need some sort of divine intervention to keep this big black motherfucker off my ass. You feel me? That's what he's saying. He do not want to get back in there with Deontay Wilder because he had a very, very uncomfortable experience when he got his egg scrambled. You feel me? You remember that old school commercial? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any question? That motherfucker's brains was really on drugs. He thought he went on a motherfucking crack binge and all that depression and an eating binge and all that shit. No, he got his egg scrambled against Deontay Wilder. You feel me? Deontay Wilder scrambled that egg. It was some old biblical shit that happened in that motherfucker's brain. And he do not want to get back in there with him. And that is why he's trying to take some tune-ups.
Yep. He felt that power, and he's not gonna get back in there with him. There's no way. At first he said he's gonna retire after third fight, I believe, but he's not going back in there with and Swartz. What they're doing is cherry picking. Same way with Canelo. He's not getting there with a Charlo. See, that's what's wrong with boxing. And that's what I was mentioning to you earlier. The rumor that I heard. because I don't want to spread that because I don't know how true it is. I just heard it from one person, but you know, s- boxing, these guys they got to start fighting each other, you know, because boxing now is starting to come back. We starting to get good fights. Matter of fact, we getting fights every weekend. You know, but when are the best going to start fighting the best? That's the question. It don't take 5 years to make a fight. If you want to fight and I want to fight, let's make it happen. But it's the promoters. The promoters always fuck up shit. They always in the way. But they got to get their cut. See, they want to make sure they're in the mix of everything. Make sure no money or dollar get by them. And that's what pisses me off. They hold up everything. Now, you're not gonna tell me that Bob Aaron then played that mind game where he tried to call out Al Heyman that says that let's boycott him, this and that. He's saying that so he can say, well, we tried. We wanted to fight, but deep down inside, he didn't want Terrence Crawford to fight him because that was his cash cow, along with Lomachenko. What Manny Pacquiao was, but he told Manny Pacquiao, fuck you, when he asked for help. So Al Heyman came to the rescue. See, that's one thing about Al Heyman. This ain't his first rodeo. He been see, PBC is not a promotional company. It's a management company. People get it twisted. He's an advisor. He's not a promoter. So he knows what these young guys want today, and they don't want no legacy. They don't want to be in the history books. All they care is about how much I'm gonna get paid. Let it marinate. You know, that's the only thing they care about. And Tyson Fury, look, who gives a rat ass if him or Anthony Joshua fight over here? I know I don't. All I care about is watching is Deontay Wilder and Dominic Brazil. At least they are two Americans, two heavyweight Americans. That's who our eyes should be on. You know, Anthony Joshua, he can go kick rocks, whatever the fuck he do. You know, Tyson Fury too. You know, that's their business over there. We have a champion. We had a champion that tried to make a fight with Anthony Joshua. Not once, not twice, not three times, many times. And guess what? They kept moving the goalposts. They kept moving the goalposts a little further, a little further. Then Luis Ortiz, don't get me started on this dumb motherfucker. You know, this motherfucker, he talking about he turning this down or his manager, but he knew about it. How you gonna ask for more and you shouldn't be getting that? You ain't had nothing to bring to the table. You can't say I fought this person. Only thing you can say, I fought the heavyweight champion, the WBC heavyweight champion, but he knocked me out. That's all you got. You ain't got shit else. You ain't got nothing else to bring to the table. You lucky they didn't say here $500,000. Take it or leave it. She a thirsty motherfucker will take it. It's more than you had before. So now look at him. He's not gonna get that offer again. He's not gonna ever get that type of money offered to him again because he's 41, 42. He might say he's 38, but he's not. His career is just about gone. You know, and I really believe that. Like Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia need to stay the fuck away from 147. He's better at 140, maybe 135, but 140 because everybody at 147 is bigger than he is. Sure, you can box, you have fundamentals, you have a great pedigree. But what happens when you run into a Keith Thurman? Hell, you talking about Danny Garcia, he has a left hand that would knock you out. Would knock just about anybody out if he's on his game right. But he has two losses now. For some reason, Junior, man, these guys for some reason they just want to hold on to that O. They don't want to let that O go. Everybody want to say I'm undefeated. I never lost a fight. Jamel, he said, hey, I don't know how it is because he already had two losses before we fought. He didn't have a chance to redeem himself, but I do. You know, so I think Jamel is going to change his tune and sit there and fight. It'll be a closer fight. I don't know if he'll win, but it'll be a closer fight because they both are ready. So
I know he ain't gonna win. He gonna lose. And let me say this, man. In my opinion, OG, it's enough blame to go around, man. Honestly speaking, you got the promoters who are doing all this stuff that they doing to put off the fights, to keep giving the fans the fight they want, letting fights marinate, letting fights build. Also, we got the boxers who are chasing bags instead of legacy, like the shit that Mikey Garcia. I'm gonna say it. The shit that Mikey Garcia doing, in my opinion, is disgusting. It's disgusting. Motherfucker, you got a championship at 135, a championship at 140. Those divisions that are the divisions that you can go and potentially be great in. You feel me? You're gonna bypass that to go and chase, bags or whatever at 147. He's gonna campaign at 147 because that's where the money is. You see what I'm saying? And he has to make up ground from all the time he spent fucking around with Bob Arum. You feel me? That's why he gonna go out to stay at 147, and as a result of that, we're gonna see him operating as a shell of himself. That fight versus Errol Spence Jr. took something off of him, man. You feel me? That fight took something off of him, and instead of going back and being in the divisions where he can actually truly be great. You know what I'm saying? Where he can be one of the greats, where he can unify, maybe even be undisputed at 35. Go fight Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? Go to 140. Fight the winner of the World Boxing Super Series and do work. You're gonna stay at 147 and try to fight somebody who's not even in the top tier of 147 no more. Danny Garcia is not in the top tier of 147 no more, bro. You feel me? You got Errol Spence, you got Sean Porter, you got Bud Crawford over there. You understand what I'm saying? I won't even count Keith Thurman because he's inactive and he came out against Josecito Lopez and got his ass whooped. You feel me? And he gonna lose to Manny Pacquiao. He's not in the top tier no more. So you rather do this shit at 147 instead of going down there and chasing your greatness. So you gotta slide some of this blame on these fighters too. All this maneuvering around and bullshitting, except for the fighters at 154, because the 154 is the new apex of boxing. You feel me? That's the best division in the sport of boxing right now. It has surpassed 147. It has surpassed 140. It has surpassed the heavyweights. Because them dudes is fighting. You see what I'm saying? So, but we got to blame the boxers for making these strategic moves and stuff like that. And then we got to blame the fans. We be on some bullshit with regard to this, being undefeated, giving fighters props for being undefeated. No matter what the fuck they do, when a motherfucker lose, now all of a sudden he a bum or he's sorry or he this or he that. We got to make ownership of that. We got to take ownership of that. And the reason, and one of the dopest things, in my opinion, that's happened to the sport of boxing has been the resurgence of the 154-pound division. When you got two fighters that are two champions that have both lost. J-Rock taking that fight from motherfucking and taking that title from Jared Hurd was great for the sport of boxing. Tony Harrison going in and getting that win against Charlo was great for the sport of boxing. Tony Harrison, 2 losses. You understand what I'm saying? J-Rock, 1 loss against Charlo, against Jamal Charlo. You know what I'm saying? And then for them to lose, don't taper off, don't quit. You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison been knocked out twice. You know what I'm saying? His noodle been knocked loose twice. But then he comes back, puts on an epic performance in a fight that nobody had him pick to win and won a title from an undefeated fighter. You see what I'm saying? And then J-Rock go in there and beat Jared Hurd because Jared Hurd's undefeated and he's this and he's that. And J-Rock like, okay, you know what I'm saying? When he lost to Charlo, he went to the drawing board. He came back with a vengeance, man. That shit he did to J-Rock, that shit he did to Hurd wasn't normal shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we gotta own that shit. We gotta own our part as fans. Because we make fighters undesirable when they get a loss because we still under this spell of the last era of boxing with Mayweather being, 50 or whatever, 50 plus and and this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. So we put all of this value in in beat fighters being undefeated, but we got to shift that. You understand what I'm saying? The money is not in being undefeated. The money is in chasing your legacy. We got to make getting out here and taking the best fights profitable for the fighters. That's the only way they're gonna do it. You understand what I'm saying? So we ought not be clamoring for Tank Davis versus fucking Gamboa. Who the fuck want to see that?
Right.
Who the hell want to see Gamboa versus Tank? Gamboa is a shell of himself. He's a shell of who he was when he was unasked by Bud Crawford. We don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? The money is in Tank Davis. You take your ass up and go fight Lomachenko. We want to see that. You take your ass up and go. You take your ass and go fight Tevin Farmer, who's already a champion at your division. You don't even got to move up. Fight Tevin Farmer. He been running around here talking all kind of shit, eyes cocked like a pistol, running around here talking all kind of shit to you. You see what I'm saying? You take that fight when Mr. Gary Russell Jr. moves up to 130. You take that fight. It's money there. You know what I'm saying? We got to make that. We got to make that prop. That old shit, that old regime, that shit is over. All this, the Mayweather blueprint and shit, that shit is over. That shit worked for Floyd. He was an anomaly. Now we gotta man up and make that shit unprofitable. It's bad for business now. You see what I'm saying? Right. You giving us Canelo Alvarez versus Rocky Fieldhand, that's bad for business. You see what I'm saying? We gotta make them legacy fights make business sense. We gotta support that shit. Fuck all the other shit.
That's right. That's right, man. You hit it right on the head, Junior. Yes, sir. You hit it right on the head because see, that's the thing about it. We sit up here and I try to tell people, just because you have a loss, that doesn't mean that the fighter is a bad fighter. That doesn't mean that he's through. That doesn't mean that it's all over for him. Oh, he's a bum. He's this and that. No, it wasn't his night. They had him, they studied him, you know, but you're only good as your last fight or the fight before, because you can't change that much in 8 or 10 weeks. You can't. You've been fighting the same way for years, and all of a sudden you're going to change? No. You're only good as your last fight. And you're right. The Mayweather era is over with. What Floyd did, it's not going to happen again. No matter how much you try, no matter how much money you asking for, it won't happen. Your ass will be sitting down on the bench for the rest of your life. Trust me, it's not going to happen. It's not, because Floyd was Floyd at that time. But this is a different time. Every time we look up, we hear a new name, like Efia Jabba, you know, Telefino Lopez. You know, we hear these new names coming up, and they are athletic. You know, they're not like back in the days, because what they're doing today, they did back then. So it's nothing different. You know, it's just that now the younger crowd or the younger people, they saying this shit now. Okay, they ooh and ah, you know, but when is Boston going to take control of itself? When is Boston going to say, wow? And people going to say, wow, Boston is. When they going to be in the headline again? When they going to be on the front page again? That's what we need to know. Okay, that's good. Deontay Wilder, he's in billions and he's doing this and that. Okay, that's fine. You know, make appearance here and there. But what about the nitty gritty? You know, so, you know, it don't make dollars, don't make sense. Fuck that. All right? Forget about that. Don't let that even enter your head. I'm sorry to keep harping on this, but Deontay Wilder, he fought all these men and didn't make nothing over $2 million a fight. You know, but now, see, the money gonna come. You just got to do your job. You just got to get your ass up and go work out. And when that phone rings, you be ready to go. But you got these lazy motherfuckers that don't want to do shit, don't want to make the fight. And somebody calling you out, say, okay, let's do it. Okay. Because you ain't got nobody else to fight. Ain't nobody else calling you out, or are you going to call somebody else out? And it's the job of the promoters. Like you say, everybody got to blame. You know, you want to have a great, successful fight and put on a great fight card for the fans, then you better have the baddest motherfuckers fighting the baddest motherfuckers in the division. if not close to it. Because when that happens, then people start spending more, people start coming out more, you be selling out more, and the boxing can become a main tier sport. Sure, the UK, they love boxing over there, but they ain't have shit, but they love boxing over there. They have fun. Like I say, they have fun getting drunk, seeing sweet fucking Caroline. And like I said yesterday, she's a hoe. Shit. Sweet Caroline is a hoe. So, hey, they enjoy themselves. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to see some shit. We might want to see some Tupac shit or something. But the point is, these guys are young. These guys not even 30 years old yet. These guys are young. They should be hungry. Keith Thurman, he lost his hunger, I think. But Sean, Earl Spence, he still has his hunger. Well, it seemed like he did, but now it seems like he's starting to lose it. It seems like every fighter gets to this certain plateau, wins, money, prestige, this and that. They starting to lose their hunger a little bit at a time, just a little bit at a time. Then they start cherry picking. Then they start cherry picking this, and that. You know, I mean, like it or not, you're a role model. I know you might not want to be one, but you are one. Regardless, you are a motherfucking role model. People look up to you. Kids look up to you. Kids say, "Hey, I want to be you." That's all they was talking about. Floyd Mayweather, when he was coming up. I was there. I seen it. They always talking about Floyd this, Floyd that. HBO loved his dirty draws. Then at first they did, but then we know what happened. Then with Bob Arum, same way. But he only focused at one star at a time. He had Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya at the same time, but Oscar got the most attention. Same way with Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan. Amir Khan didn't get no attention, so he left. Manny Pacquiao got the attention, but now, guess what? He don't give a 2 cents about Manny Pacquiao. He don't care if he see him in the street. His old ass will walk right over him and step on him. That's how evil and old that bitch is. For real. Real talk, man.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Like I agree, man. I can't get over this point of like I said, these dudes, man, just like that whole blueprint, man, is all fucked up. You got dudes in their early 20s fighting once a year. You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
too, the thing about it too though is we got to make boxing trill again. And when I say trill, I'm talking about trilogy, motherfucker. Like boxers need to wear the trilogies, wear the rematches. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
the greats fight the other greats, man, and then they have 3 fighters. You know what I'm saying? They have
Right.
rematches. They run it back. You know what I'm saying? And it be the fights we really want to see, not
Yep.
not the Bradley versus Pacquiao shit that we didn't need to see any more than once. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's crazy. And then you look at the greats, like you look at these dudes. Like there was this video that surfaced today. Tank Davis, his family making fun of him because he fat. Or calling him fat and shit. And they zoom in the camera and that motherfucker over there shaped like ET. Motherfucker over there look like he built like ET. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, dog? Like, what are you doing, bro?
And you see, he's childish, and he don't have a promoter, a real promoter, that's gonna look out for his best interest.
Man,
They know Tank.
I'm
Tank,
with you. I'm with you, OG. But some of that shit is internal, man. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, you
yeah,
gotta want to be great, bro. Like, you gotta want to be great. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
yeah,
And
yeah,
these dudes don't want to be great, man. They just be on that just happy to be here shit. Like they just happy that people know who they are. They happy to have, million followers or 100,000 followers. Every time you look at these little monkey mouth motherfuckers, they on social media. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah.
checking they subs, checking they looks, checking they likes and all that old goofy shit, man. Like, bro, you should be somewhere training, bro. Why the fuck are you sitting here as a championship boxer, bro, out of shape? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell the truth, bro. me as an athlete, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, it was year round. Like we was doing something year round. You know what I'm saying? And the most out of shape you got was just not being in game condition, because there's a game condition and then there's, regular being in shape. You feel me? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you
Uh,
never too far off where you can't get in game condition in a week or two. You know what I'm saying? But other
right.
than that, man, like get out of here, man. These dudes, I don't understand. And I'm not even talking about like my sport. There's an actual season. There's a season, there's an off season, there's a preseason, season, postseason, off season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These
Right.
dudes should always be on year round. You never know when they're gonna punch your ticket and fight. You know what I'm saying? You should be looking to being ready to fight, or being having your body in the condition so that you could be ready to fight within that 6 to 8 week time frame. No matter what, you might have 3, 4 fights a year. You understand what I'm saying? And these dudes, they too young for that. Tank Davis too young for that. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis,
Right.
he's too young for that. And the thing about it is Floyd and the promotional outfit over there. It's amazing to me because you can sit there and watch this boy self-destruct and not do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that's but once again, though, you know what I mean? Tank is a grown man, so I gotta blame him for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I gotta blame
Right.
him for that. Period.
Right.
It ain't
But
on nobody else. He a grown ass man.
yeah. 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 No. No. You're right, Junior. Man. It's just that, see, Tank. He had problems. I get it. He had problems. He's seeing his mother friend get killed, and and he's not the most. I don't want to call him illiterate, but he's kind of slow, and his speech, his reading. He just grew up, knew how to. He from the streets. He know
Man,
how to fight, but that's all he know. But I do you think he needs somebody to not hold his hand? Because he, like I say, he a grown man, he ain't got a baby. But somebody, I mean, because he got talent, but
man, Tank. Let me say this, OG. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I
no,
gotta
no,
get
go
this,
ahead.
gotta get this shit out. Tank needs guidance, man. He's had
Uh,
guidance because coming from when we come from shit like when we come from in 150, 143 Green Hill. This is Junior the Truth, the guy with the mask. I'm Junior the Truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm Junior the Truth, motherfucker. Hello.
what's up, 143 Green here? Yeah, that's doing the truth, man. That's my
Hey, so
guy.
anyway, you don't get to be a certain point, get to a certain point in your life coming from where we come from without having some sort of guidance. You got some sort of guidance, some sort of people who are looking out for you, so on and so forth. Tank Davis needs that beyond the point of getting on, because what happens is you get on and now you're able to feed the jungle, you're able to feed people and stuff like that. Then it becomes people turn from your mentors to your yes men. You feel me? Then they turn from that where they just really just they turn from looking out for you, telling you what to do or whatever. Now all of a sudden can't nobody tell you nothing because you done made some bands, you know what I mean, and shit like that. Which is why that speaks to certain people as men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have mentors and shit in my life, and uncles and people, motherfuckers that was responsible for raising me. Like, no matter what my net worth is always a level of respect for them dudes. You understand what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
could have a net worth that's blowing out my uncles. You know what I'm saying? Like me, you know what I'm saying? To this today, you know what I'm saying, what my father made what my father made in a year doing what it is he does, you know what I'm saying, I have made in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Or a month, actually. You know what I mean? And that's cool, but still, that's still my father. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I
Right.
still
Yeah.
will defer to him for stuff. And Tank needs somebody that he can defer to. He needs somebody that can tell him what the fuck to do. He needs somebody that's gonna be able to look out for him. He needs somebody that he's gonna listen to. And I'm not sure what's going on with his camp. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If his coach Calvin Ford, Mr. Calvin Ford, and all them do. I don't know what they doing or what they can or can't do with Tank. But something got to go on, man, because the dude is gonna fuck around and miss his whole entire era on some silly shit, man. You know what I'm saying? On some silly stuff, man.
Yep. You're
It's
right.
it's just ridiculous, man. So man, just go on. You know what I'm saying? Period. Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right, Junior, man, because he somebody gonna have to take control and tell him, look, and not Floyd. Cause Floyd tried that with Adrian Broner, and Adrian Broner, he listened because he liked Floyd, and he was listening to Floyd, for a while. But he might be right. Floyd don't care about nobody. Floyd will help you, but only so far.
Man, he'll help you to the degree that he can throw it up in your face.
Right.
He
There
wanted
you
them.
go. See, everybody say this about Adrian Broner, this and that, but Adrian Broner wasn't lying, because who know better than he do on how Floyd is, I mean, I get it, Floyd grew up a little bit. Okay, I get it. But don't knock the other person doing what they doing if you did the same thing at that age, you know? Like when Adrian Broner threw the money up in Walmart. Well, Floyd at that age, he was burning money in the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Going.
so don't. I get what you supposed to be a boss now, whatever. But okay, I get it. But Tank, he needs some guidance. I mean, he can't get it from his mother. She has some issues, and Calvin, I don't know what's going on with him. He been knowing Tank since he was a baby almost, but Tank is not looking at him like that. Tank is looking at him like, oh, go shut the fuck up, like that.
Right.
So, he needs someone like a Virgil Hunter, somebody that they can really talk to him like, dude, you're blowing it. You're blowing it, son. You're blowing it. That's what he need to do.
Nah, he needs somebody. I mean, true, but he needs somebody. I don't know, man. I think he needs somebody like, like maybe like I think somebody like an Andre Ward. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that would be good. He needs somebody that can tell him, the ins and outs, but then somebody that if it come down to it, beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people come from where we come from, like that's the only way. You know what I'm saying? I got little cousins and shit that's like that. Like I can say all I talk to you, all I want to, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but they for real boundary pushers and they gonna push boundaries with me. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to take you to the ground, to the grass and lean on you. You feel me? Like it ain't nothing, certain family members and shit, certain little cousins and shit like that, youngins, it ain't nothing for me to take them to the back of the house and lean up against them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just because they don't understand. You know what I mean? Like talking ain't enough all the time. You know what I'm saying? So he needs somebody that's young enough that can get in there and tussle with him, if need be. But I mean, Tank ain't a lost cause. I don't think Mayweather Promotions is good for him, honestly speaking. I'm not sure, who would be good for him, but I just don't want him to mess up his opportunity because he has a huge opportunity. And let me say this real quick, OG. We Randy Orton. Man, bro, you in here talking about some shit, bro, that we not even talking about. We talking about Tank Davis and him being out of shape, bro. You understand? You in here trying to, I don't know if you over here just trying to argue or start up an argument or just bring up some bullshit talking about Deontay Wilder and his comments and that shit with Brazil. Bro, we talking about something totally different. We having a total different conversation, bro. Like you in here trying to just strum up confusion. Like, bro, just participate in the conversation, chop it up with what we talking about, or get the fuck on, bro. Ain't nobody in here arguing and going back and forth about that. That's a dead point. That point is dead and muted, man. We in here talking about something totally different. We're not even talking about Wilder, period. Come on, bro. My fault, OG.
No. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, man. Sure.
But yeah, that's it, man. I think, like I said, man, I just think Tank, man. I was very, I don't know, man. I ain't like seeing him like that. You know what I'm saying? And then too, it's people that's sitting there cracking on him and stuff like that, and then putting that shit on social media. Like, you got to look at the folks that you got around you, bro. Like, I don't know if that was his woman or not, because it was a female talking. I don't know if that was his woman or some kin folks or something like that. Then it was another dude who was like sitting on the couch, and I don't know if he was sweet. He had some real feminine energy on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, who the fuck do you got around you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck do you got around you that's gonna laugh at you and talk about you boxing plates and shit like that instead of saying, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's get with it, bro. You bullshit. Let's go run this mile. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Like, man, please, man. Just I don't know, man. Tank, you get these, bro. You gotta come on, bro. On top of the fact that you need to fight. You know what I'm saying? And this is why the fact that he's so out of shit. This is why people think Lomachenko beat you. You understand what I'm saying? This is why people think Gary Russell Jr. gonna beat you. Like, bro, you gotta come on with it. You gonna miss your whole. You too young, bro.
Right. Right, and he's fighting once, what, 18 months, every 18 months, and fighters, back in the day, they used to fight 6 times a year, and you know what, and Devontae Davis, I like the kid, you know, because he couldn't help the situation he was put into because that was his mother, he was a kid, you know, as a kid, you supposed to be like you are with your kids. Mom and dad, you know, take care of you. They feed you. They educate you. That's a parent's job. But he didn't have that. He had the dope dealers. He had the niggas in the streets. He was fighting in the streets. He was knocking people out and stealing in the streets. Okay, you did that. But now you grown. So you have to do grown up things. Now, how many people would kill to have an opportunity that you got? I mean, you're making money, when you fight. I mean, he got about what, a year left on Floyd contract, you know, and if you had any sense, you'll go try and start shopping around. And I bet Eddie Hearn pick his ass up, you know, but that's what you do. You shop around, right before that contract. I know Floyd. Floyd's the type of motherfucker, he'll buy you a Rolex and say, oh, here you go. Here go a Rolex for you. You know, just try to sweeten like he did Nano. Just try to, sweet the deal or whatever.
And
Try
then
to get
and then you know what he'll do, OG. Then
you.
when you're around a whole bunch of people and you in a room full of women, he gonna say, "Hey, come here, Tank. Come here, Tank. Show these motherfuckers that rollie I bought you today. Show them that rollie I bought
Right.
you.
Yep.
Show them that
Yep.
He that type motherfucker, man. He that type motherfucker, man.
Yep, yep, yep. You ain't lying. Yeah, hey, you ain't lying, Joey. That's how he is, because every time they get a picture of him, he out there shopping, he doing his thing, whatever. Then he's standing there on the phone. Then he got this diamonds around his neck, and whoever, I don't know who the reporters be. That's why I say I couldn't be a reporter. I couldn't, because I would ask the hard questions. You know what? I don't care about your necklace or nothing like that. What I asked about. When he was fighting. I asked those questions. I don't care about how many diamonds you got, because she was saying, "Oh, how many diamonds you got on?" He said, "Oh man, it's about 160 something diamonds. You know, a half a carat a piece. That's all. It's just a little something, something. Motherfucker, please, $18 million for a watch. Get out of here." That doesn't impress me. When people are bragging about how much money they have, they're not used to shit. And I know where Floyd come from. You know, and they're not used to shit. But he come from a good family. But they had a dream, and the dream was for one of them to be a champion. So Daddy couldn't do it because Daddy went to jail for selling drugs. Roger Mayweather, he couldn't do it because he just got too old and couldn't do it. The Black Mamba was a bad motherfucker though,
He was
but
a champ. Black Mamba was a champ, bro. Black
was he?
Mamba had a championship. Yeah, he got a championship. He was he 140, I think? Was he at 140 or 47? He was a champ.
Uh,
Let me see. Hold on. I'll tell you. Keep cooking. I'll tell you my fault.
okay. Yeah, but but they saw something in Floyd that they just couldn't pass up. They'd rather for him go to the gym than go to the school. Don't go to the school. Go on past the school. Go to the gym. Work out. School will be there. Later. Right now, you're gonna work on your craft. And in a way, they did succeed. Because he been fighting ever since he left the crib. He been. They got a picture of him with boxing gloves on at the age of 45 years old. But you don't put that type of pressure on a kid. You gotta let a kid be a kid, because if you don't, that kid gonna grow up and start hating you, and that's what happened. Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Sr. They had a big blowout in the locker room. You know, you like shit. You ain't my daddy. You ain't been my daddy. You been in jail. Fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. I pay. You know, stuff like that. You know, but you know when you are a champion, you paying your daddy money. You know, like Danny Garcia and Angel, they different. Okay, they're not like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd, the Mayweather household is always or always was in disarray. Always. Floyd is so much into himself that his uncle was gone for damn near 24, 25 hours and nobody could find him. Why would you leave someone like that, that's a millionaire, by himself? That's Uncle Roger. You know,
Mhm.
he has Alzheimer's.
Mhm. Uncle Rod, yeah, he had the WBA. He was the super featherweight title holder at and for the WBA. He had the WBC.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Mm.
the WBC title. He had the IBO title at 140. Yeah, he was a title holder. He was champion, two different divisions.
Uh,
Yeah, Uncle Rogers was a bad motherfucker. He had that his was it he had yeah, the WBC. Yeah, he had the he had a few different titles. Mhm.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay, because I know he when he fought Pernell Whitaker,
mhm.
you know,
That was for the WBC, I believe, and
that was
he
okay.
lost that. Mhm.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, that's what it was. Okay, yeah, but yeah, like I said, I like Tank. What's blazing in sports? What's going on, my brother? All right, yeah. So yeah, I would like to see Tank get his stuff together, man, because there's no way you should be out of shape like that. You know, fighters they got that mentality. If I'm not fighting, then I don't need to work out. But if you're a champion and you're a gym rat, or you need to be a gym rat, you need to be in that gym every day, so it won't be so hard. Now that's why Earl Spence said, you know what, I'm gonna start staying in shape because it's so hard to go down to make weight because you don't want to lose your belt on the scale, so and you don't want to have a chance not to be able to win the belt because of the scale. So Earl said, hey, it's getting too hard to get down to 147, when you're walking around weight at 150 something, you know. So it was easy for Floyd because he was only 140 something, 149, I think, walking around weight. But that's why fighters have to stay. That's why they have to stay in in shape. Always in shape. Fight or no fight. Yes, sir. So uh anything you want to talk about joining for World Breaker? Come on, man.
Nah, man, I'm good to go, man. I just appreciate you having me on.
Uh,
Man, any opportunity I get on here and get to cook and get to talk boxing with the brothers and sisters and with the family, man, it's all good. Once again, man, I'm excited for this fight. Y'all be sure to go check out the fight tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? And talk to some people, man, and make sure that they gonna watch it. Tell everybody, you know what I'm saying? This is one that they probably want to watch because I think it's gonna end in epic fashion.
yes, sir. Yes, it will be. Yes, it is. It's going to end in that profession, and like I say, I don't feel sorry for Dominic Brazil, not one bit.
Damn.
Not one bit, because sometimes you reap what you fucking sow. You know, and I appreciate you, Junior. Like I was telling everybody, you know, I wanted to have my mentors on before I hit 1,000 subscribers because you always gave me good advice, and I appreciate it. And like I say, I'd rather be early than late because I was late once before and somebody died. You know, so this time I want to be early than late, and I appreciate everybody in the chat, and I appreciate you, Junior, for taking out the time to help me get this far.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate it. And y'all be sure to subscribe, man. If you haven't subscribed to the OG man Kqkc, be sure y'all subscribe, man. Stop coming over here, man, and just stealing. coming over here watching and being incognito and or incognito and all that stuff, man. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the like button. Share this shit on social media. You understand what I'm saying? Share this shit on IG while y'all over there looking at them thick bras with them fake booties. Y'all be sure y'all share this shit, man. Stop playing games, man, and subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
All right, I appreciate it, man. So with that, that's all I have for you. So shout out to the LDBC and take that love over to World Breaking Fighting.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
I'm about to go over there and get kicked out that bitch. I'm about to go act wild.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Peace and love. I'm out of here.